The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. The Saitama Stadium looking a terrific picture as always. One of Asia's best purpose-built stadia. And already we're underway here. Well, this formation was traditionally considered a bit defensive, but now very much back in vogue due to some pretty well-known proponents, Jim.
Yeah, the 3-5-2 has been used by some of the biggest and most successful teams around, Peter. You know, one of its key strengths is the fact that it's well-suited to playing out from the back. And I think you'd have to have a look at the wing-backs in that manner, because they can get forward with ease. And you can create overloads because you're not going to get teams pressing defenders in 3s and 4s. So if you've got centre-backs too that are capable on the ball, this system is a great fit.
It's just beyond his reach.
Well, Peter, it's easy to heap praise on players that play further up the field, but they couldn't do what they did without the unsung heroes doing the dirty work, and Frank Rijkaard is amongst the very best in the business.
Some say the best ever.
Yeah, and I can see why. He's about as sophisticated as players come, and his role covers everything from reclaiming the ball to, well, pretty much everything else. Only a man of his calibre and cleverness can do that.
And it's Ronaldinho. And here's Forlan. Bellingham. Neither of the teams has yet taken the initiative. Knocks it into space. He's onside. Foot in. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. And he's away. Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. White. Mateus can so cleverly bypass the press. So what can they make of this? Oh, that's clever. Now it's Ronaldinho. He is just caressing the ball. Plays it across. Oh, what has happened here? Oh, sweet feet. It's a good-looking delivery. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is.
Yeah, I've had a quick review of what we've seen so far, and I can confirm we're in a shot-free zone.
Kukçu gets a foot in here. Now it's Hullet. And now the breakaway. And here's Forlan. Now, can they get him away? Now that's a fine challenge. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And he's looking to catch him up. Oh, cracking ball. And that is expertly dealt with. Araujo gathers from the goal kick. Maldini, always a very imposing presence at the back. Looking to play him in.
You can never be short of runners into space.
Up he goes! Decent enough try.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Yaya Toure. Rijkaard is always scanning the pitch for targets.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Very nicely done. He's on it. Can he get a shot at goal? Oh, good effort. He got plenty on that.
That's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
Half-time rapidly approaching, and it's still goalless. Searching pass he's played there. And he's cut it out.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Now it's Ronaldinho. And he cuts out the supply. Ibrahimovic. And that's an errant pass. Kukçu. Well, they could break here. Now it's Gullit. A searching ball out wide. He's in plenty of space here.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Yaya Toure. And it's Bellingham. And the referee brings the first half to a close. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, there's no way to disguise the fact that they've been poor. Not a single shot on goal tells you all you need to know, Peter. Everything seems a little hurried to me, a little rushed, panicked even at times.
No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. Here we go again.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
Cruyff gets a good foot in there. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Ronaldinho. Tomiyasu, very much a man of this moment. Ibrahimovic. And it's Ronaldinho. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. And it's Cruyff. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
White. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Still waiting for the game to take off here. 0-0. Chooses to go cross-field. Pass somewhat off target. Mateus. Lovely feeding is Mateus!
The attendance for this match.
And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Mateus clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
And now a sudden chance to counter. He's got away. Gullit. They're urging him to shoot. That's the keeper's ball.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
A deeply frustrating game so far. Certainly in terms of the scoreline, it remains 0-0. Mateus. And here's Gullit. Tries to play it through. Mateus with the cross. And that has been cleared. And here's Gullit. Out of play for a goal kick.
Substitution in progress.
Milan choosing to make the first change. Milan perhaps contemplating their next change here. Rooney, someone who can always claim to be the most immaculate finisher. Maldini, quality ball. This is De Jong. Rooney.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
And he was quick to react. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Nice looking ball. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, he's been caught. And the finish! Danger averted for now. Chooses to go cross-field.
Milan really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Now he's got space here. And this is Neymar, and here's Hullet, and he shoots!
Hullet really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
He's a sharp little ball here. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Well, that is one way to stop him. That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given.
Substitution on the field. Number 11.
We have got changes here
Mateo.
from both sides, in fact.
Coming on to replace him is
So, is it
number
really
5,
plausible to have a hit from here?
Substitutions taking place.
Ronaldinho gets into a good position. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Looking to go deep. Big header! And oh, he's got that completely wrong. He's picked his way through. And this is Griezmann. Oh, that's fabulous.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Raul Reds looking to pass their way through. Well, the
Two
run has been sold a little bit
indicated.
short there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Into stoppage time, and it is still 0-0. Out to the right. Now it's Hullet. White tries across. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. So we finish as we started. Try as they might, neither was able. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, there's a real familiarity about these scenes here. The followers of one of the most formidable teams in the history of football, ensuring that, yet again, this will be an occasion for the game's ultimate glitterati. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up, and Messi! Oh, so close to what would have been a memorable goal.
Well, such a fabulous run, and he was fully intent on rounding it off in some style. Great strength, wonderful skill, terrific balance, but he seems to have rushed the finish.
Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
It's a searching pass. Moved on forwards. Bellingham. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Messi. It's a threatening ball. Neymar.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Trying to get out of a very sticky situation. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And no, that is pretty much the end of that. And he's forced to go back. Quarter of an hour played. Here's a shot! It's loose now, and oh, what has happened here? Still goalless at the moment. Messi, very much a man of this moment. And he's there to make the challenge. Now he's got space here. Platini. And it's Bellingham. Great defending, strong and determined. Ibrahimovic. Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho. Now it's Hullet. Oh, it's come loose. No way through. Tomiyasu. Bellingham. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Suarez receives it in a good position here. And this is Messi. Oh, he's having a shot! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Out of play for a throw. Zanetti. Conte. Bellingham can so cleverly bypass the press. Half an hour played now. And it's Conte. Nesta does well to stand firm and defend it. Barcelona could counter here. That's an imaginative pass. Messi showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic! Just not quite happening for him just now.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get their reward if they can stick at this.
Milan are looking to go forward now. He came in hard, very hard. Somewhat off target. Maldini clears it away. Still waiting for the first breakthrough, but not for the want of trying. Good read, needed to be. Czech gets rid without sophistication. That has not gone well. Ronaldinho. Some good work on the right flank here. Lovely bit of skill. He's going all the way! Ronaldinho's delivery. Ronaldinho, not one to pass up the chance to run up the defence. He loves those duels.
Well, you can't grumble when a player at least tries to make something happen.
Good ball, good take. Oh, and the shot! Tomiyasu. And that'll be the last act of the first half. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. An intriguing half, lacking only in goals. The score 0-0. Here we go again.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first. Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
And here's Messi.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Oh, well played.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And it's Messi. Platini is always looking to break lines. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Opts for safety. Ronaldinho chasing after it. Ronaldinho. Neither of these two want to come off second best. He's had a shot! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. He's tried one! That's got him rattled. And it's Gullit. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
He's having a go! That's a half-decent try.
Ibrahimovic just can't be faulted for taking on the opportunity. That sort of distance is usually up his street.
It is still anyone's game, 0-0. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Messi has it in a wide position. Kante with a fine tackle. Gullit. And the counter is on. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Barcelona, real chance! That was probably asking just too much. Now that looks a decent ball. Nesta gets across to intercept that.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Hoisted upfield by the keeper. Oh, there's a probing ball. Ibrahimovic. Ronaldinho.
Cambio de jugadores.
Milan choosing to make the first change. Rooney is there and he can pick it up. Milan perhaps contemplating their next change here. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Now it's Messi.
Barcelona clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Ronaldinho. And this is Ronaldo. Looking for options for movement. Big header! Sticks it away! Finally, the deadlock is broken!
Look, before we can even delve into the detail, the significance of taking the lead should be our initial reflection, and that's priceless.
It was wonderfully efficient.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
So there's going to be another change here.
Well, he can certainly make his side a lot more...
Oh, that's ambitious. Milan have now used up all but one of their substitution windows. Oh no, this does not look good. And it's Neymar. Neymar going face-to-face with his great rival. It's run loose here. The final 5 minutes.
Milan can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Well, he's hit it long, but astray. There's the man who is effectively the team's security policy. Platini.
3 minutos de descuento.
Now it's Luis Suarez. It's Ibrahimovic! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
The message is simple: defend this with your lives. Oh, now this is interesting, and the referee has pointed to the spot. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. To square things up. What a save from Peter Schmeichel! He has spurned it.
You couldn't ask for a better opportunity to equalise, but now he'll feel like the opposition have just scored.
Ronaldo attempts a clearance. Segal! Cleared without complication. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Relief, finally. Now at last they can enjoy the taste of victory. Fingernails bitten to the quick, but they have got over the line. Quite a ride. Mbappe voted man of the match, and deservedly so. Your reflections then, Jim?
Milan genuinely looked a very good outfit out there. A good collective effort to keep the opposition at bay while also ensuring they carried out enough menace at the other end.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin. A very good evening to you all.
Recordamos a nuestros espectadores que el estadio dispone de una sala de objetos perdidos.